Hello, everyone. No, we didn't stream yesterday, but we did the day before, and we worked on Maleficent's room based on the villains poll, and I saw Jafar was getting really close at some points, so I thought we should do Jafar too. But then I was thinking about, like, how do we... It's like, where even is the door? Let's look at what we did last time. We worked on some stuff for Maleficent. I feel like it's not quite finished. This is that rug that took me like 2 hours and is still kind of strange, and we gave her like a little study area. And I was trying to come up with like, what are we doing with this basic furniture? And I was like, is it like a teenager so you can't get everything you want, but it's still pretty custom? And I think I put in the community post, I'm thinking of designing this castle kind of like a villain's dorm. So not teenager. Yeah, so this stream is up. So if you want to see how we made all of this stuff, that's up in the previous stream. That was 2 days ago. But that was a lot of, there's like 2 hours of fighting with this rug. It was gonna be a fiery pit, and then it was gonna be fiery steps, and then I put in those triangles, and it kind of looks like a trap door. Like if you can imagine those bones, like it's a fire covered trap door for some reason, just because of the way it looks. And then we made this chair, which at some angles you can see it's like 2 Maleficent profiles, but it's really shiny. So we have her bed. It almost looks like you know, like those fancy damask prints, but it's the crow, fiery pillows and things. There's like a thorny design on top of this. You keep getting sent like 20 seconds back. Well, at least it's only 20 seconds, but hopefully YouTube eventually catches up or something. We have the lamp, we've got the dresser, which does have the fire around the feet, you can't quite see it. And then we gave her some other things too. I still wish they'd give us the green stuff in the cauldron where it belongs. In the preview, in the furniture menu, this is full of like that same green that everything else has. But for some reason when you put it down, it's not there. And there are floating candles around. So this is how far we got. I think we could probably still do a little bit more with it. But today I want to focus on Jafar. And so I was thinking, because they're all going to have this really basic furniture, it's kind of like dorm rooms. And then, you know, it's maybe they're allowed to customize it or something. But that was kind of the vibe that we had when I was making this couch outside. I was like, reminds me of like in college when you just kind of find furniture and it's not always in the best shape. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then I'm thinking these rooms are kind of big. Like I'm okay with Maleficent having her own room. Like she's one of the original villains, you know? So she's your upperclassman or something. Like she has her own, but I think we could make them have roommates, some of them. And I think Jafar could have a roommate. I haven't decided who, so I'll probably put up another poll for that. So I'm thinking, like, this room doesn't seem as big as the one we were just in, and I don't know if that's true or if it's just like, once you see the size of furniture in it, you're like, wow, there's more room. Yes. Hi. Welcome in, Amy. Thank you for the song. So yeah, I was like, I could see, yes, Captain Hook, rooming with Jafar. Like they're far apart in age, but I feel like that would be a funny pairing. Or Hades. Yes, the Jafar version. I read right over that, but now that you say it, like I can see him and hear him in my head. Yeah, great. Now it's in my head. It just stays there. Yeah, but like maybe rooming with Captain Hook or Hades or any of the other villains, because we have one more room after this, so we can also make some of them doubles and some of them triples, depending on who we can think of. But yeah, we'll focus on kind of making the pieces for Jafar today. I think I only have like 2.5 hours today. So I spent that long just on Maleficent's rug last time. So I'm gonna try to not do that. Oh, the Maleficent one. I feel like we need soundtracks to them, to the reveals, you know? So I think I need to put down the crafting table because I'm not sure if I still have the base pieces that we need. I might need to craft more of those. And then things, I mean, I think for Jafar, we're looking at what, black and red and gold. So maybe we can try to use like golden metallics. I wonder if how we could incorporate that. I wish I could do more on the frame of the bed. I think we can do that with like a chair or a couch or something. Because we do have those metallic textures that I really like to play with. I think we're looking at snakes. We could consider the golden scarab beetle, maybe. Did he have a map or was it just the beetle? I was also, part of me is a little bit considering, could we make a rug or something that kind of looks like the Cave of Wonders? Like, it's not going to be 3D, you know? I don't think we can handle kind of that much illusion there, but maybe like something that kind of looks like that might be a possibility. I don't know if we have any sand textures on rugs, because we could also just do one that's like give Jafar a sandbox. Or I could try to make carpet, but it's Jafar, so I don't think we have anything where we could make like a bird cage or something. But definitely like red, black, gold, snakes, something. Yeah, for Iago having the parrot. But maybe there's something we could do. Hi Hassan, welcome in. Let me put down the crafting table first so we can make some of those base pieces. I think we have some left over, but not all of them. So we'll just do that so that I know for sure we have the pieces to choose from. I think we want a bed. I have the ability to do at least one rug. Because you've seen my floor and wall collection is really, really basic. So the rugs are really helping, even if like last time I just made a bunch of them a solid black and that helped. It's at the bottom of furniture, right? Let's see. So we could do a wardrobe. Classic Cruella de Vil song, because it's an absolute, it really is. Maybe we do 2 to start, just so that if I put one down, we have another that we can play with for the other side. And I'm also thinking, like, let's think about designing this for half the room so that when we do his roommate, we have the other half for that. I wish it would pop me back to the part where I was instead of all the way to the top again. I think Cruella is a possibility for our last room. We'll also have to brainstorm about who our possibilities are, if it's going to be like 2 sharing a room, 3 sharing a room, and who they might be. I wish it would tell me on this page, like how many of these do I have currently? Because I don't remember ever. I think we probably have one of these, but I'll make another one. He seems like a wardrobe kind of guy, you know? He's got to hang up his giant cloaks and things. Yeah, there's so many. I hadn't really thought about how many there were. But what are some that you think would be fun to design for that aren't in the game? Because we already have, like, Ursula has a place already, Scar has a place already. So I'm trying to think of ones that aren't already in the game, you know? Thinking of more. Claude Frollo. Who is Chernabog? I don't know those first 2. Like, I probably know them, but haven't paid attention to names. Gaston, I feel like, didn't we see his tavern in the preview? So he might be Hans, Cinderella's evil stepmother. Lady Tremaine. Yeah, Lady Tremaine. I'm like trying to imagine in my head, like, what would Lady Tremaine have been like in college? You know, like a younger version of her, because she's not very young in the movie. Do we make another dresser? What is... Oh, we've got enough softwood to do this right now. Oh, Frollo is the hunchback guy. Oh. Yeah. Some of them are so creepy. Like, I love the, like, the big cartoony-ish ones, you know? What else? What did I just make? Did I just make the chair, so we have to make the desk? I'm gonna make 2 desks because we know we're gonna have another one that's not... Yes. And then we can use, like, all the purples, all the black. We can have a trapdoor somewhere. You know? On purpose this time. We need a bed. I'm thinking maybe we'll make 2 because we're gonna have one next time too. I really want... I want Yzma in the game, but I want the cat version. I want the character skin of her as the cat. I think that would be so funny. So people do not consider her a name for the Pokemon Tinkatuff. It's the line, I'm gonna smash it with a hammer. Yes! I hadn't even thought of that. That is so smart though, like... I mean, that line might as well be Tinkatuff's line. I just played Pokemon last night. Hopper, Lotso, and Shere Khan. Okay, who are Hopper and Lotso? I know Shere Khan. I was wondering about him because I'm also like, you know how Disney makes, like, I don't know. It gets a little bit too much on our historical side, but at the same time, maybe he's okay to do. Beach chair? Couch? Maybe they have a couch. Maybe they have a table instead of a desk. Oh, Hopper and Bug's Life. Oh, yeah. And Lotso's Toy Story 3. Oh, is that the pinkish bear? I don't remember that Toy Story very well. Okay, do we have enough? I think we have enough pieces. What do we start with? So last time I started with the rug. Got completely sidetracked with that. Do I try to put the Cave of Wonders on it? Radigan from Basil, the Great Mouse Detective. Okay, so Radigan kept coming up when I was searching for Jafar, and I was kind of like, this is a fun character here. So, you know, maybe. There's also, like, all the villains from, like, cartoons and stuff. Like Dr. Doofenshmirtz or something. Like, we could do cartoon ones, like, series instead of just movies. Yes, Queen of Hearts. I feel like, you know, after the whole having the roses painted red and things like that, like, okay, I'm gonna save before I do anything. Last stream, and I know a lot of people missed last stream, but, and so no one's gonna believe me, but we went like 4 hours and no crashes. Like, I don't understand what happened, because if you've been here before, we crash about every hour or 2. So to go 4 hours, and I had left the game on for a length of time before even starting to stream, no crashes. Shigo from Kim Possible would be amazing. I mean, Shigo could be Maleficent's roommate. Oh, Annie Sanderson's sister, you're right. Oh my gosh. That's all right. We have my entire house. We can always do more of them, right? We could also do like, villain, not villain roommates at some point. If we keep going with the rooms in my house, because we're in the Nightmare Castle right now. So it has that main room and then the 3 rooms off of it. Yeah. So what do we start with? Should we start with furniture or should we start with a rug? I'm just thinking, like, do I try to make the Cave of Wonders on a rug? Or do we do something simple like a scarab beetle design or something? Oh, any Sanderson. Now I need to do like all the Sanderson sisters. Maybe they just get their own floor somewhere. Definitely doing under custom. So here's like stuff that we made before. Oh, we need to make a small table. I'm gonna need to do that. I should have stopped in this section first, because then I could see what I actually have. Well, we know for sure there will be a bed. So maybe we start with that because it's pretty simple. It actually puts it in the middle of the room and will let us see it. Whereas, like, I saw we are not the only ones to find the whole rug clipping through the wall when you're trying to make it thing happening. All right, so what bed frame texture? So he's super into black red with gold accents. If I could like put motifs on the bed frame, I would totally try to make it like gold accents, like gold edging on it or something. But it seems like you can't actually design the frame itself for some reason. So do we go with like gold frame or do we go with like black frame? Or red frame with black and gold like pillows and things. So that's pretty glossy. I mean, these all down here, this one feels less glossy, but I think it's the same. And then you have the, I don't know, almost more plasticky. Thinking probably not plaid. Okay. You might be able to make it look like golden bricks. It is so many options. Shigo also gives goth vibes. Yes. Yes. And also into that similar shades of green, you know? Basically seems like she could have been made of Maleficent's fire. I feel like they would get along, you know? I just want to see what it looks like if I were to try to shift these into like a more golden color. Would it work? What is whoops, not that. Actually, I'm not saying we're keeping Gold's brick because it's very like Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I think see, she would get along better with Maleficent than with Dr. Dragon. Like, I think she'd respect her because they're both like, they get their stuff done, you know? It's the guy from Coco. Honest John from Pinocchio. Oh. Cruz? Ernesto? Oh my gosh. There's so much Disney knowledge that my brain has not been hanging on to sufficiently. So you could kind of... What happens if I turn metal on with this? Oh, there you go. Now you've got... It got a little bit almost dirty, but... Oh, how did it... The gloss almost makes it go too dark on the shine. But you could do kind of like a golden brick. I don't feel like he's a... I feel like brick is like too clunky though. So we could do one of the, like the regular solid metallics, or we could do something kind of glossy. Oh, Prince John from Robin Hood? Yes. I feel like there's a lot of royalty in the villains, huh? Alright, what does it look like if we take one of these metallics and then, whoops, try to bring that into a gold? He's got a very, like, a deep gold color, sort of. like this. But I don't know if we want to use like that much gold. Like I think it's gonna make sense when we do the furniture that has like the legs. I think those will be. But is it too much to do the whole bed frame that way? What's it if we go darker? Like I feel like this color in the thumbnail is closer, but not on the bed itself. Ka from Jungle Book. Big Villain Song. Okay. More glossy, less glossy. I feel like it's not. We don't want to turn it off, right? Yeah, if we turn it off, it's just like, although that is a very like cartoon version of metal, you know? Start there and then maybe use black as the base. Need something. Oh my gosh. Probably not like the metallics on the cloth things really look vinyl. Like they go vinyl so fast. Is the white like, is this just a, it's just like basic no texture, I guess? Which might be what we want. I mean, that looks like, it reminds me almost of like jersey, you know? Like that's gonna have some stretch to it. This feels closer to like suede to me. Maybe that one? Is that what we did with Maleficent? I think it may be. And then we're doing black anyway, so I think we lose a lot of that texture. Maybe some slight shine? I can't tell the difference. You could turn on metal. That's fascinating. Like what it does if you turn on the metal on the sheets. Like I don't have the glossiness up all the way, so it looks really different, but you get such different texture. Like it almost looks velvety, and I know it's supposed to be metal. Tomato from Moana. Ah, cause shiny. Oh my gosh, we could make everything shiny. And then we could bring in like all of the glowy furniture and stuff too. Okay, that's really fun. I kind of want to do that one now. I don't know like how that would work, but it's just, even if it's just an inspo room, because you make everything shiny, and you know that's one of my favorite things about the Touch of Magic furniture is using all of the shiny textures. Oopsie. I feel like I should be taking notes. Right, so we have this so far. I think we're gonna need some red. We're gonna need a design for it too. Did I go too big on the gold aspect? Like, should it be less gold and more red? Don't know how this is all gonna go together, but I think some of these pieces we can try making them red. Maybe would these pillows be red, or would the back pillows be red? Let's look at what colors of red we have, because this is pretty, well, I guess it is kind of bright, but he's got like the bright red and the dark red. Something hypnotic, because that's what his staff does. Oh. Okay. That is a good point. And we do have kind of a swirly design that we could put somewhere. Does it go on here? Is it this red? This red. Because it's also, it's hard to see in some of the light. And too much time in the film's lore. No, I need share with me all of the lore, because it helps. Like, having reason behind doing some of the things, that's where, like, oh, where is the, oh, because I had made a decision, and I apparently did not click the button, so then I mixed it up. There we go. That's where once I thought of it as like, okay, think dorm room, and that explains why we have the really basic furniture. I was like, okay, I can do this now. And then that gives us a reason to have them have roommates, even though that's like made up stuff. All right, so if those are red, we could also switch it. I don't know if those should be red or if the front one should be red. I'm still working on that. I realize if we put a large enough rectangle, you might actually be able to get this part, like the fold over or the sheet. Like, you could do that in a color too. Yeah, there's the, it's hard to get it to pop in. Oh, come on. Like there, I think is where you get the fold over, and then the top sheet too. How much larger can I make this and still have it work? Because we have the thing where it jumps. I don't know why it's jumping like that side. All right, so I need to make it smaller, because if the center of my design is not in the right place, it won't let me put it. So I guess maybe a little bit smaller, a little bit there. And then if I make this symmetrical, yeah. Oh, we've got more villains. All right, so we've got Zurg. Oh yeah. Davy Jones, Barbosa, Randall. Oh, that could be fun. Could have like Randall and Tamatoa together. Water Noose. Why is that name familiar and I don't know? Madame Medusa. Syndrome. Boogie Boogie. Shan Yu. LeFou. Evil Queen. Yokai. For Big Hero 6? I have to look. I've watched so much of the Big Hero 6 series that I don't remember the movie as much now. Bruce from Finding Nemo. Ercole. Luca. Is that like the other kid? Stromboli. Sir Hiss. See, half of these I can't picture in my head quickly, but this is why we like have the reference pictures and I have to go and like look at things. But yeah, so many possibilities. Charlie Muntz. Monsters Inc., owner of the company. Oh, yes. Okay. I forgot about Monsters Inc. as having villain type characters, and it does. I'm so like ready for them to bring Monsters Inc. to the game. There's so much good furniture already. I also just want Monsters Inc. to come and give me like a serious upgrade to doors, you know, that I have. All right, what color should the kind of the throw blanket at the bottom? Do we put like, do we change the color of it and then add designs, or just do designs on top of it? I'm gonna start scrolling through so we can see what designs we have to work with that might be good. So make the blanket gold. I think we could do that. Also, welcome in. Reina's telling you Shigo would have lava lamps because of her powers. Sure. I would give her lava lamps if I had them in the game. We do have the spiral, so we're talking about doing that somewhere because of the hypnotism from his snake staff and stuff. What other designs do we have? I don't remember this one. Oh, that's a door. Oh, that's the door. We were just talking about Monsters Inc. We could use this leaf as a feather. What I want to do in each of the rooms too is have at least one mannequin. And I'm thinking there is the hair wrap thing that we can put kind of his turban on and use like a feather like that. There's also a snake. I was hoping there was a snake and I couldn't remember if I had one or not. So I really hope there is. I'm also thinking I want to make like the scarab beetle, the golden one. I don't think we have a beetle currently, but we have it's made of simple shapes, so I think we could do that. Okay, we have this snake. I wish we could change the color because I was thinking we could change the color and do like golden snakes on the black background. But this snake at least it's already colored in, so it won't let us change it. There are like little filigree, like maybe. What else do we have? Realize I'm getting very close to the mic because I keep on leaning in to see the tiny pictures. Because the screen I'm playing on, for some reason, my OBS has decided to make my preview even smaller than it normally is. Yeah, these, not really, maybe. I could see maybe making this work as like a trim somewhere. Swords. We may just have to combine some of the shapes to make what we want to. Which I think is part of the challenge when you're doing characters that are not already represented in game, because you don't necessarily have as much to work with. I'm still like, what is going on with this one? I feel like I should be able to use that somewhere. I wish we don't have any villains that are associated with bats, do we? In Disney? Because I have so much of the bat motifs, which I like. I don't know that they're like the right thing for anyone. We have these like diamond shapes, and I can't tell from looking at them if they're going to be ones that come with the color already or if they're ones that we could change and make fit the design. I don't know why part of me is like, the candy cane has potential somehow. I guess if we needed stripes for someone. Chernabog. What? Help me with that one. More leaves. Leaves are nice, not what I'm looking for. Do we have a generic lion face? We don't, right? Like we have like Simba and Nala. Do you classify King Louis as a villain? He did kidnap a kid. You have a point there. We do have a lot of like between characters. I mean, we could think about if I expand the house, or if I eventually got another house, that we could do something similar, but for, you know, other kinds of characters, especially like side characters and things, or ones that you can't easily classify. I feel like maybe I could use the swirly vine design in something. I really feel like there should be more. And I know I need to start feeding all the critters every day so that I do get more, but I also don't know how many I'm missing. Because there have been probably some in some Star Pass that I missed. All right, what are we gonna put on the bed? Ooh, you know? I think this sword is gonna be useful for what I'm thinking. See if I can find it. I'm looking up a visual reference for myself of the golden scarab beetle. Because I'm thinking, you see the shape on the sword? I'm thinking that we could use that part, like the blade part, maybe, for the wing. Grab an image. Yeah. I mean, we can make it too, but I think that'll Okay, so the center of the scarab beetle is the kind of locked together thing. Let's see. Do I do the wings first? Because we're going to have that little part of the handle is not really going to be part of it, I don't think. Although we could make it part of it. And I remember from last time, it's definitely helpful if we lay down the pieces in the right order. So what if we put a scarab beetle on the center of the bed? I think because it's black, our snake design is not going to show up. Although we could just try to make like the snake from his staff and put that on there too. And save the scarab beetle for like put it on a rug or put it on the desk or something. I wish once you combine motifs to make like a new motif that you could then save that, like save those layers in a group and then use it on another piece. That would be so useful. Great, let's see if I can do this. So I'm thinking it would be in here on gold. Oh, and I still need to change the color. Oh, it's such a different tone than the other one. Is it because I'm on the golden yellow? I feel like it's not... It doesn't show up the way, like in the color that I expect it to. I'm kind of second guessing it looking at the color versus the, especially having like the red right there. So what other design could we put on there? Because if we put something repeating, that would be easier. Or... Alright, let me... Not that. Not that. This. I'm taking that one out. I want to see what the snake does look like on a black background, because that'll probably inform our color choices for other furniture too, because if we want to be able to use it and it doesn't show up at all on black, kind of like the crow. Oh, that is so creepy. The way that it like, it shows up, but it doesn't show up. What does it look like if we make it into a pattern? Oh, right. We don't want to make it into a pattern on the bed because it goes everywhere. And that would have been fine if I had done it first, but I didn't. We double it. Two snakes on the bed. We can also shift the black of the actual bed to be like one shade lighter maybe. And kind of see how this works. I'm gonna put it back to being just the one. Just because I want to see how it looks if we shift this black. So instead of it being a solid black, if it was... You can put the color you want the snake underneath the black and cut it out. Oh. Yes and no. Because currently the black is the applied texture. So we could put a color on it and then cut the snake out of it. But unless I apply... Oh, ugh, not that. But unless I apply like rectangles all over the bed that we can cut out. Although what does that look like if we did do that? Can I wrap it enough? I don't... I don't know if that's the color we would want the snake either. What would we want the snake? Because then we'd have to apply... So we could do a red snake, and then we apply enough rectangles on top to turn it back to black. and then we cut out the snake, and then the snake would be red because that's the base color. Or we could apply a panel on top of the black in another color. I think that might be easier. Okay, so we could do that. Thanks for reminding me about the cutouts. I always forget about those until I'm trying to like turn a shape into another shape. But what if we keep it a little bit simpler? So I'm gonna remove, let's see. I'm gonna remove the snake because the snake has to be on top in order for it to be a cutout. But what if we put a shape of a different color and then we put the snake? Like, I don't know, what would it be? Well, what would it be? It doesn't have to be a circle, but the circle looks like it would fit. How do cutouts work in this game? So when you put down a shape and you call it a cutout, you tell it to cut, it's like it cuts through everything underneath it in the layers. Like all of them down to whatever the base color is. And so that's where the layer order is a really big deal. And that's also where I wish you could group layers so that it would only apply to certain ones, because very often that's what I need. This could be an interesting shape. You could put it on the spiral, but maybe that's too confusing. So what I'm doing now is, right now the black is our base color. And so I want to put a shape on top of it that's going to be not black. And then what we're going to do is put the snake design on top and tell it to cut out in the shape of the snake. And then it will cut out of whatever shape we have and put the snake in the text. Although it's basically the same thing because our snake is already black. So I don't even need to do that, do I? I just need to put a shape under it. What if we did a gradient under it? Maybe not. I'm just looking for things that take up a similar amount of space. But I'm realizing that with this plane I don't even need to do that because our cutout color is black and our snake is black. But I think I might still do the cutout just to keep it simplified. Yeah, well, the tools are a little bit tricky. I went to go make a video initially on like, hey, how this works. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not even sure. And it doesn't work very well for me on Switch. So I'm going to wait. I think maybe I will try this circle. Do you want it red to match the other stuff, or should it be something else? It could be the gold. We can always change it. So let's just see what this looks like if I do that. I'm also like, we don't have to stick to just one snake as a cutout. I'm gonna be under animals. Oh, it looks so 3D though. We could just have the snake on the dot. It's pretty much the size. So if we put this here, we go to scissors, you can see now it's cut out the shape of it. You lose any of the detail, but now it cuts out any shape that you've made. What if I do two? Can I make an interesting design with two of them? I mean, we can kind of do that too. Can make all sorts of things this way. Oh, I sort of liked the weird intertwining. See, now I have too many options really quickly. Like the two. All right, let's do something with the two. I like all the ways that it rotates, you know? And then I can't decide. I kind of like something in here, but I don't know. It's hard because I'm gonna let go and everything's gonna go all over the place. Like, this is held by pressure. Yeah, see? Although I don't, you know, I don't mind it that way either. But now I'm like, should we have done a larger design, like a larger red area? Because we could do a larger red area. But it'll also work. You can layer like multiple things underneath and then put your cutout on top and it'll cut all of them. So you can kind of make more complicated stuff. Happens. Not saying I'm gonna use it. I just want to see what is going on? Oh. Didn't realize I was on size. I thought I was on rotation. We did do something like that. Do I want to do a gradient with it? Maybe not. What about on this? Maybe on that we do, okay. It's like, what if we do like a gold shine black for that? But maybe we just do make it golden or something. Let me take that one out. Let's do a regular rectangle. Is this gold enough for the detail piece here? Or not, you know, the throw blanket. We do, okay. We do that and then we make it symmetrical. I almost can get the whole thing. Almost. But not quite. What? Oh, right, I'm still up there. The way the controls overlap, I'm always forgetting that part. Could do ombre from the center. Like, instead of covering that, I could also do the gradient piece here, or gradient in a different, like a slightly different yellow, or the black. If it was the lightweight one. Not you. I don't know if it should it go lighter? I'm just like, why is it not, why am I not showing up? I feel like it's not popping onto the thing. There. Or it's on it, but it's not making enough of a difference. What if you... Okay, it goes that direction. That's helpful to think about. Right. I could make it darker. Bring in more of the yellow, like the bright yellow on it. I don't know. So I was thinking we could also put it on the edges that way. Like, I was thinking this direction. It's not straight, but you get the idea. I thought it was getting smaller because it was getting lighter. What do we need? Symmetrical to make it go on the other side without me having to do it separately. Because then it almost mimics the sheen a little bit with it being on the edges. We could put a pattern on that. I'm also thinking maybe something on the pillows. I'm not sure exactly what. I mean, we could put a snake on the throw blanket. Let's see. This one, I have to think every time because it's like right finger does the trigger, but then left joystick does the rotation, and it is just not what I expect it to be. I guess this is very much a an up and down design. The way that they have the things on there. The Moana spiral on the pillows, we can look at that. I feel like it needs to like... I was thinking of it as an actual snake, and maybe that's where it worked really well on the bed. When it was at that scale and that angle, it definitely looked like, you know, a real snake. But here we could do like the design. Oh, we could do this one as a cutout, yeah, as the squiggly design. If I pattern this, it goes, oh, that's so much squiggle. Not that. We rotate it so that we have a slightly different squiggle. Maybe. Keeping that in mind, I could make it larger. We could also put multiple on there, much larger. I think we could have done something with the squiggle like all over in a pattern if I had done it first. And I need to remember that's something I need to do first. Let's look at, where is it under flourish? No, the other one is. All right. Oh, it's towards the top. So if we did this, would we want it on the back pillow in red and black or on the one in front? If we do it on the one in front, it'd be either red or gold. Oh, I didn't actually select the color. I keep mixing up which button it is to like select the thing versus get out of the thing. I mean, we could do it the full spiral or have it kind of wrap. What color? I mean, the staff's eyes are red, right? I think that's the same red that we have on the back pillow. Yeah. Very subtle. Or we could do like that. Maybe on the back pillow instead. There's part of me that's like, what does it look like if we overlay it with that center circle? Could cut that one out, make an even more elaborate, like, wiggly looking design. Maybe? So I had been thinking some sort of a smaller, simple gold design on the front pillows, but I think with the black and red, because we've already got the black and red kind of squiggly stuff happening, that I think I forgot to select my color again. Having it on the back pillow kind of goes with the other design we have. Something like that. So we have a nod to that hypnotizing aspect. I guess I could have tried to do like the center of the bed be close to kind of that design that he has on his turban with the golds and then the center red bit. But I think this kind of works. We can put that somewhere else. Maybe we stop here with the bed. So let's put that down. Where did it go? Is this it? No, that's Maleficent's chair. Where did my bed go? Oh, it's up here. Okay. I was like, please tell me it didn't just delete it. It's hard because the previews also don't show it. So I'm just gonna put this, we can rearrange the furniture after we make it. I'm gonna come out of decorating mode so I can save just in case. Yeah, that was worrying. I mean, it wasn't like, I mean, now that we know what it was, it wouldn't take very long to recreate it, but it was still like, where did it go? All right, so we have a bed. I'm thinking maybe a wardrobe next. Have a bed, right? It's very gold. I mean, we could do a full-on gold cabinet if we wanted to next. I'm thinking maybe... Did I save? I know I said I was going to, but all the clicking is so automatic that I'm not even aware when I'm doing things like saving. I almost went to wardrobe. Let's customize. Where is it? Oh, right. I need to create it and then we can customize it. Thank you for the top-down look. Is this going to be hardware? Yes. Okay, hardware. I think hardware can be gold. Like, make it actually pretty similar, I think, to what we did with the bed. Was it this one? Because it's not yellowy. He's got definitely the darker kinda. It looks so pale in the preview, like in the little thumbnail part, but then I think on the dresser it's a lot better. Well, maybe it is as shiny. You can always adjust it. All right, interesting. I keep forgetting also you can change the size and direction of the patterns as well as the colors. We could make it wooden. We could make the whole thing like a very glossy black, and then I think if we apply like details to it, they would also be glossy. They made some interesting choices on the textures they decided to give us here. We did this. I mean, we could make the whole thing red, but I think maybe that's a lot. I think that's not a bad base to start with. Get a little bit shinier. Yeah. All right, so that's kind of our base. I mean, it does take it a little bit away from the bed because we went like with a lot of gold on that bed. But then what do we do for design? I mean, we could try to kind of mimic kind of that golden line he has on his turban. I'm like drawing it on my forehead as if you can see me. Kind of that swoopy line of gold with kind of the red gem in the center and maybe like a feather, like put that design onto the front of the wardrobe like you're opening that up. Or we could try some more cutouts with the snake. We could just try to make like his whole goatee onto it. We could also put the scarab beetle on the center as if that's what you're opening, because it does have the two parts to it. It opens up. Or something else entirely. But I'm kind of leaning either towards the design that's on his turban or the scarab beetle for the front of the wardrobe. What do you think between those two? I mean, we could try to put the whole Cave of Wonders on there, but I don't think having the hardware in the middle, I think that's going to be too complicated. We can't change the color. There's like one thing in here that does look like a gem. Where is it? Yeah, this would be perfect for their center red piece, except I don't think we can change the color. Although, what does that look like if it's a cutout? I don't think it's going to work, but I want to just see. And it's going to be in reverse of what I need it to be. I want to see how that cuts out. If it's just going to cut out a simple oval, or if it's going to cut out with some sort of shading to it. And then I guess it's just, I mean, maybe if it is, it's really subtle and I do not see it. So I guess not that then. Oh, this is interesting. You know, I hadn't done that yet because I haven't done a wardrobe. You can kind of see the way that it's gonna, see how we've got like a tiny bit of the thing. Oh, somewhere around there it did mimic it. Okay. But it sticks to different panels. So it's helpful to know. Okay, it wraps around the back, but the doors are kind of done independently. But then if the design is too big, it starts to leak onto the other door, but in a different way. So are the drawers the same then? The drawers are a little bit different. And then they leak onto the frame. So is the frame... Okay, the frame is separate. Interesting. Oh wait, is the frame... The frame and the sides work together. Sort of. Okay. That is important to know. I'm gonna take this red dot out. Oh, can I reset my view? Sort of. Like, being able to reposition the camera would help so much in this. Oh, it says camera view. There we go. What if I change it? It's the back, that's the side, that's the side, top. I mean, we're down on the floor now. There we go. Okay. That is so much easier. So what is there for maybe the swirly design? So it kind of, it depends. I guess his design kind of changes with his expression to a degree. But if we make it go, kind of swoops up, like out a little bit and then up and then curves back down. So I could try to do it with arcs, or I could do it with circle cutouts. Do we have ovals? This is a promising shape. So is the teardrop maybe? Let's see what this looks like. Thinking this should be an appropriate gold for this. And then I'm gonna try flipping it, sort of. Do I want it smaller or bigger? That would be here-ish. And then I would need to kind of continue it on the outside. So I'm gonna make that symmetrical, put that in. Nope, keep it. Put that there, and then I think maybe a second teardrop to do the cutout. Or I could use a circle to do the cutout, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna try the teardrop to do the cutout with. Where are you? There it is. Nope, not the music notes. I'm just gonna switch it to any other color so I can see what I'm doing. And then rotate that one somewhat similar, but maybe a little bit, a little different. And then I'm gonna make it symmetrical, so we're doing it on both sides and cut out. And that way, it's gonna be similar to his design, but still a little different. Actually, I kind of like that as a design in general. Let's do that. And then I think I'm gonna need, probably want to cut out those bottom part too. Yeah, I think we don't want the bottom. That works. As long as it's not overhanging somewhere that I'm missing. Yeah. Nope. Okay. And then I'm gonna add in something to be kind of the feather, except I think I put that whole part of the design a little bit higher than I should have. So I'm not gonna have room for like a really big feather. I know we had some other leaves, but for some reason the other leaves don't show up in this one. Is this the best one that we have, or do we have the under flowers? They are under flowers. Is this a better choice? Or this? I wish I could see them all on the same page. No, I think I'm gonna start with this one. Oh, but I want it. Okay. This is gonna be challenging because I would like it to be centered, but that's not really something that it's made to do. So instead we're gonna double it. Okay, how do we double it and try to get the angle? Need to get the angle so I can see it. Something like that, and then it's got to be smaller and move, yeah, towards the center. There, maybe? Okay, it is red. Is this the... We're not even on red. Kind of a very bright. Like the lighter of all the reds that we use. Welcome back, Hassan. How did these seem like darker instead of brighter? Right, I think this is the red. Thinking that goes... We'll do that. And then the, how am I gonna do this? I would love to be able to put a gradient on the stone, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. We don't have like an oval, but a ring, so I think I need to find... I mean, we may have to settle for a circle. Actually, is that a half circle, or is it just... Like, I wish you could, even if all I could do was distort the shapes, you know, when you like click on the corner of a shape and you can make it wider or skinnier. I feel like that would be helpful. The apple almost has the right... If we did like a double overlapped apple, kind of the way I just did with the feather, might be able to hit something with this. Because the center stone is, it's closer to this shape rather than a perfect circle. And so that's kind of what I want, but I don't know. I don't know if we have much in the way of things that I can change the color of that are just like an oval. So maybe we'll see how the overlapping in the center, yeah. I don't know if it's going to be easier to do with a half circle than with a full circle or an arc. Let's try this one. So let's see. It's going to be on both sides. I'm going to do the gold one first. This gold? I'll try it. Because we're going to put the red stone on top of it. I think that's pretty close. I can't make it the smallest because then we can't put anything inside it. It's going to be a little bit bigger than maybe I would have made it otherwise. Okay. If I put it there, is it still going to allow me to put the other thing in the center? Maybe. Let's try that. And then we're going to do basically the same thing, but a little bit smaller and make it the red. I just wish I could. We'll see. I think I'm going to do this one in a slightly darker red than what I want and see if I can put a lighter red gradient on top. Oh, these are weird. They don't behave in the way that I think that they will because of our shiny metal texture. Like for some reason this one seems so much darker. Okay, there's our bright colors. So do I do this is the dark and this is the light, or this is the dark and this is the light? I think maybe I'll try this one. If it's too dark, I can always change it. All right, so rotating it towards the center. There we go. And then it's got to be a little smaller. And it needs to be on both sides. So maybe that. I mean, I know it's not quite the shape, but I think it's pretty close to what we're gonna get from the shape. Yeah. And then I'm thinking using probably this one in the lighter red, layered on top there also. Symmetrical. Okay. How am I gonna do this? It's gotta be pretty small. I don't know if it's gonna, it may not get to be as small as I want it to be. I want it to rotate the other way. Okay, that is the, why does it not, it really doesn't want to put it on the outside for me. I'm gonna move it like off the design so I can see it. Here we go. All right, right trigger, left joystick. I'm thinking something sort of like this. And then if I move it so that it only overlaps with the red, maybe I don't need it. But you can see the corners. But I think something, I think it's moving it, but I can't tell how it's moving it when I'm getting in there. And that's really confusing to me. Can't make it any smaller, but that's kind of the angle I was imagining. But I don't know what's going on when I put it here. I can't even tell if it's there or not. All right, maybe continue that golden design around the side, kind of the arc. Also wondering if I should add dimension in that feather, but I guess I should have done that first. Oh, I missed. Let's see. Where are my squares? Because it looks like I missed part of the design. You can see it kind of curling on the edge. I think that'll cover it now. So do I do the teardrop again? Because we've already kind of got the up. It's not quite the right shape, but it's gonna come down and kind of go straight-ish. And I could cut that from a lot of different shapes. I'm thinking of this for here. It's gonna be that gold again, which I think is this one. Maybe it needs to be, whoa, that's quite a bit bigger. Something like that. Both sides. Need to remember the both sides part. And then another one, but do it in so that it's just cutting it out, so that we turn it into a line instead of a giant shape. Turn cutout on, and it's gonna need to be really big too. Can't even see where I'm rotating it. Yeah, actually, that might be right place. That's pretty, like, it's simple, but I feel like that kind of works. I don't know how it stopped being lined up the way that I thought. It is continuous, it's just there's like that jump down from the door. Hi again, Hassan. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know if we put something down at the bottom of it or not. Or do something with the legs, maybe? Maybe those could be either red or gold. Let me see how it takes to taking on color. What happens if I do this one as symmetrical? Okay, so both the front legs we could do in gold. I'll take it. And then, is it like in the back? Do the same thing. I don't know if it's wrapping all the way around them or not, but I kind of hope so. Yeah, it seems like it did. And then let's put that down and see how it looks. And then that'll also give me an opportunity to save. So these look really different, so I don't know how well they go together. I think maybe I used the wrong color gold on the legs because it looks kind of bright. Wait, what is that? Where did that golden stripe come from on the very top? I wonder if that has to do with the way that I positioned it on the legs and then it like... Why did it jump only up there though? On one side, that's so weird. I might just leave that, I don't know. So yeah, this is where we're at so far. I'm gonna save it. Not that. This. Didn't even hit the button there. That was weird. Okay. Let me get some water. What do we make next? So we need to do like a desk and a chair. We could do a lamp, we could do a rug. We could do like a comfy chair, like the armchair. Are they gonna, is there I realize I don't know if there's a limit on how many things we can make. I really hope not, because I don't want to have to make those decisions, you know, about which ones I delete. Yeah, I think we'll go with the darker gold. And then the overall, do we go with black or do we go with like red? I know for Maleficents, we took it in a really different direction and it was like a wood so that we could mix some of the colors on it. You could do like old metal desk. We could do wood and change the colors of it. I'm waiting for a time when I end up using the brick and making it work. It's gonna happen eventually. I wish there was more options for stone, because I feel like you could do something with it. Just, it feels like, isn't this the only one? I think this is supposed to be marble. I don't really know how to make it work, although we could try. Let's see what happens if I change these colors. What if they're all like black spectrum? Oh, this is... I mean, sort of. I guess you lose kind of the look of it. Maybe I just don't like what they've done with the marble. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you, V. I have a command first. And then we also have this one. So welcome in. We are playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and using Jafar as inspiration for making the custom Touch of Magic furniture. We've kind of made him a bed and a wardrobe so far. And because the furniture is so basic, especially for our super posh villains, we're kind of thinking of it like, what if it was a dorm room? Because then that explains all the boring matching furniture. So Jafar will have a roommate. There will be a poll on the community tab for who that roommate should be. But we're starting off with Jafar's furniture and kind of messing with the textures right now on a desk, trying to see what we should do for that. Last stream we did a room for Maleficent. So we have a bunch of Maleficent furniture, a fiery pit of doom kind of with a trapdoor, you know, a desk, a spinning wheel, things like that. So welcome in, Raiders. The Cuttlefish will also be saying hi to you as you type in chat. That is Queen V's link. So if you were here before the raid, be sure to check her out. She also does, I think she just started this game, but also does like Animal Crossing and lots of other games, variety streamer on YouTube. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what color Jafar's desk would be, and texture really, because they just added all of these textures to the game. So I've been playing a lot with the metals because I like shiny things. Maleficent's whole set is like glossy black, but then her desk is like, I think we ended up with like purple and green wood. So it doesn't have to be the same as everything else that he has. Because you have to figure you don't have complete control if it's like your dorm room, you know? But I'm not sure if his should be wood or metal. I was trying to make the marble-ish color work, but I'm not a fan. What if we did do this, but it was like... Where is my color picker? Oh, it's all the way down there. It was like black, but then we had the red inlay instead of like something that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe that's too bright. I wish that the woods had like 3 colors instead of 2 colors. And that gets like pink. Maybe they all have wooden desks with like weird color things happening. I don't know. furniture is all like a little bit ugly to me. I'm just kind of working with that, thinking like, all right, you have these things. If you were able to like do stuff to them, what do you do to them to make them look interesting at least? We do have like one snake pattern, which is what I used on the bed. And I'm thinking maybe that goes once we have the like rug design, we put a giant snake on it too. I want to put a scarab beetle on something. I just don't know what yet. So that might be main carpet design. We could try to put it on the desk too. Like maybe he's been thinking about it so much he's kind of etched it into his desk. I wonder what that would look like. Let's see what that would look like actually. We don't have a beetle design though, so it's a lot of tough. You stepped away. Okay, so you did Coral Island today. Making lots of progress. Nice. I have not played that, but I think it's PC only, right? At least right now. Wait, instead of, I was gonna use the sword as wings, but this already has wings. Do you know how much easier this would be than me putting down a whole bunch of swords to create wings? I'm gonna bring up my scarab beetle on my screen. Yeah, these are basically in the right position. Is that gonna be too big? All right, it's better to make it a little bit bigger because what I'm thinking, I think I want the design itself to be gold. So I have to build designs in this game kind of back layer first, because moving your layers once they're there is like, it's a mess. So I'm thinking, what should the shadow be? Should it be red? Should it be black? The black is looking really a lot lighter than I expected. All right, so if we do that one first, do I do the whole shadow and then build up the shapes, or do I have to build the shapes and the shadow at the same time? I don't even know. All right, so then in this one, oh, it's gonna look yellow because I'm not. Yeah, because I'm not on a metallic texture anymore. Whatever. We'll work with that. Where did it go? What? Oh, I guess I didn't. I swear I clicked on it. Start with this one. If I can get it right, we can make it look sort of embossed. And maybe I should swap them and do the lighter color for the edges instead of the darker. Oh no. Because I feel like because our like light gray isn't different enough, it gets lost. Let's try that. What if I swap the gray for a different color? Oh, see, that's what it would look like in reverse, and that's closer to what I was thinking of. So we're definitely not getting the added benefit of this when it's in this color. What about if it's in a red? Let's see what... Okay, that's just like... It's giving like comic book print kind of thing. So maybe we do the gold as the... Yeah, all right. The under layer is going to be the gold, and then I think the top layer is going to go to black. And whoops, don't move. Why'd you move? This one, if this is in the black, will that work? Still not. There, that's what I want. That. So that it gives it kind of that dimension now. That's what I'm going for. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing. I need a shape that'll work for the legs, and we can cut stuff out, which I'm probably gonna have to do. You know, Mickey Mouse, he might work. would I cut that? I cut that with a circle. Cut it with a smaller Mickey Mouse head. So we need something that's gonna like arc together on the front and on the back. So I could do a lot of cutting out with circles. I could build something up with these arc pieces. Kind of just use the arc pieces. Maybe something with the heart? Or the moon? Maybe. Could I make the cherries work? It's hard because you have to look at the shape and think, could I cut out part of this shape with another shape to make what I really want to have? And often you can, and it's just a matter of figuring out what those pairs are and then keeping in mind that you have to do it in the right order because the cutouts in this is going to cut out everything underneath it. You know, I might end up using a teardrop actually again. Those are becoming one of the most useful shapes for me. What else do we have? I could use the sword as legs. I know it's not quite curved, but it's also small enough that I don't have to worry about cutting out tons of it. Could kind of cut out a little bit more of it than I need. Oh, or the headphones. We flip those. So they are symmetrical. So I don't have to make like 2 of them like I do with the others, which would save me some layers. Do headphones for one, swords for the other, maybe? Wish they were angled slightly differently for the things that I'm thinking I would need to cut from them. Oh, or the bat. Yeah, actually, let's do the bat for the back legs. And I am playing on Switch, and the controls are definitely not optimized for Switch. They were like made with a PC in mind, and then it's like they just kind of directly tried to translate them to controllers, and that doesn't always work well. I think like here, and we'll make it symmetrical so we have them on both sides. And then I'm going to make them a little bit bigger than I think not that big, but a little bigger than I think I want them so that I can still make the real ones smaller. And then do the same thing. Are bats under nature? They should be. And they're not. Category did they put them under then? Oh, animals? They're animals. Yes. Wait, which bat did I use? This one? Pink? Which yellow am I using? Dark? Oh, I was supposed to do... I forgot. I was supposed to put the yellow one down first. And I did not do that. Okay. I'm gonna just delete that one and change the color on both of the other ones I just put down. Because otherwise when I go to lay the other ones, no, don't. Why did you move it though? Okay, fine. Undo like all of the changes. I'm not gonna be able to see it if I'm layering the same color on top. Okay. This one, I'm gonna make this one yellow. Yes. Now we can layer the one we actually want to see. Gonna be over here, sort of. And then smaller, but I need to change the color so I can see it. Figure out how big it needs to be. Why does it feel like it's just not gonna line up? I guess we could do that. It seems different somehow, but I'm not sure if it's a size thing or an angle thing. or if it's just the lack of precision control on my part using a Joy-Con. Like, I feel like I don't have as many of the things lining up as I expect. I didn't flip it, right? No, although that's a kind of a better angle. Maybe it is the rotation. Right. And it always jumps after you rotate it. It's like letting go is tricky. Everything is tricky, but I guess I have to decide front or back. I'm not going to be able to get kind of mix. If they would let me use the D-pad to adjust things here, it'd be so much easier. I feel like the wings and the profile that I've done already were easier, but for some reason I cannot. Maybe we just stick with the outside or the inside. No. I'm like nudging the Joy-Con stick and it is sometimes moving a lot and sometimes not at all. Right. Not quite what I'm looking for, but close enough. Do I use the same bat, a different bat, or sword for the forward-facing legs? Does have more of an angle on the front ones, but I don't know. Is it this much of an angle? I can test out this bat. I'm gonna change the color first so that I remember this time. It can't be the smallest. It's gotta be a little bit bigger than the smallest at least. And then I guess it's the chubbier part of it is out front. And then I still have to put on like the body portion with some shape on top of this to kind of hide all the logo stuff that's going on. Yeah. It's a little bigger than I feel like I need, but how smallest? That's the smallest. So I can still go here maybe and make it work. Hopefully this one's a little easier to set up. Right, switch this one to black. Rotate it there, and then smaller. Not that small. That's not bad. I might just leave it there because no. I know it's going to be really hard to line up if I move it. We're getting there. It's starting to look like it. Now, what shape do I have? I think I'm on to like either I can use the little part of the rocket that's sticking out for the head, or I could make a head. And then I need to do something for the body shape, which is not exactly a circle, actually. With the exception of the horns, this is close. But I think because of the way I have to layer it, I wouldn't be able to get rid of the horns. So maybe that doesn't work. We've got this leaf, which isn't perfect, but it does have kind of that shape. It does have the split down the center. It won't be the perfect, like, you know, in Aladdin, the two pieces of the beetle come together and they have that kind of, it's not a straight line. It's like a cutout in the center. could do a circle, but it's going to be a perfect circle because you can't deform the shape. Got the apple. Oh, maybe? Let's look at the apple. Because I'm wondering, with symmetry on, if we rotate it and overlap it, could we kind of like bring the two halves together? Oh. Right, the stem. Because I think what I'd want is something pretty close to that. Maybe bigger, smaller. But I wouldn't want the little pieces sticking off. And I can't really get rid of those. All right, so nope, not. It seemed really close, but no. Could I do that with a circle? I guess they don't disappear. So when I was working on the wardrobe, they kind of disappear because they had a cutoff place, but here they don't. Oh, maybe the teardrop shape. Let's look at that. I feel like the teardrop shape helps with so much. How do so maybe if we, I mean, just the regular teardrop even. Maybe the other direction. Because the front of it is more round than the back. And so we could like maybe find, like put a second smaller teardrop to round out the back. Why do you do this, game? I guess we do want to cover some of that head up there. Go in more. Rotate. The rotation is the part I feel like I have the least control over. Yeah, what if we do that and then we do another one facing the other direction? Oh, maybe I don't. Do I do two? Can we make this any... I want it to just be less round. I think it gets there. I just can't see or control the rotation. Maybe, oh, we're getting close in there. If I could just, I could see it a little bit better. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it as like pointy. It's not pointy, it's like a rounded point. Like, why? I do feel like it's better than it was, but the rotation using a controller is like, oh my gosh. It is a challenging thing. Is that too far down? Still, it doesn't have the roundness in the right place. Thank you, Anna. They are sometimes a struggle, but it is exciting when they finally like turn out the way that they're supposed to. I kind of want this, but like flip it upside down, you know? Actually, what if we do that one? Oh, you know what's gonna be a mess? This, I have to repeat this on the top layer, and that is doing something once is like, I did it, but then when you realize you have to do it a second time is the oh wait, what have I done kind of moment. Hey Kirsten, how are you? Welcome in. This is... Ooh, maybe if I put this one here, I may not even need the layer that I have underneath it. Right, so that's why that didn't work the first time, because they don't know. I thought it was rotating, not changing size. Do we just... Wait, wait, wait. So close. No, no, maybe? I mean, that's not there. That? A little more? Maybe we just go with that? I mean, like, the head is already, like, it's pointy. It's supposed to be round. This is supposed to be more like, I don't know, less blunt. I think maybe we go with it. I'm just debating on, do I give up on the idea of making the central line? It's not an animal, it's a teardrop. Okay. This one, we overlay it with that. We make it black and make everything a little bit smaller. Do we just cheat though? Like, does it... Okay. There, and then double it. Okay, and then I'm the one on the right. I start to forget which one I'm moving, and even though it's supposed to be symmetrical, right, and the game is working off of a grid system that I can't see, you see how it isn't for some reason? It's, it makes it a little bit tricky. Because I don't know why we have yellow poking out on the one on the left and not on the right, because I'm using symmetry. The game is placing it there. Right. Which one's the one on the right? You? We're gonna move in a little bit. No, no, no. Didn't want to do that. Okay. You? You. I like that thinner line I have on this one. So maybe I will move you again. Up. That looks better. Okay. Do it again. On the back part, maybe. I mean, I could just... I mean, we could just do that. Why didn't I just do that? It's not that different. Okay. How did I do it the first time? I know that there's more layers underneath this than I am... than I'm making on top, and I wonder if I could just stay with that. Eh? Almost. Or do I keep rotating it to kind of... Come on. How do I get... I can't even see what it's doing, but my idea is like, what if I could just point... Let me see. Is this easier? Thinking about just... I want to point that so that those two are in lines, and then cross. Does it need to be smaller? No. Why does it work this way? I mean, that's not bad. It can have that little, like... It can have a waist, I guess. I just thought I should be able to run the solid part out to the edge, but I can't do that because the other one interferes. That's what's going on, right? Yeah, the rounded part overlaps in that direction. Because really the part where it goes in should be much higher. It should hit like where the wings are, which I can't even do, right? Because that's partially controlled by the shape I already set. I feel like it looks like I'm doing nothing, but there is a shape there, and it is rotating and changing size and doing things. I want it to be just maybe there, and then I've got to adjust one of these. I wish it would show me which one. Okay, yeah, this is the one I wanted to adjust. Maybe we just go with that. Do I try to do details? What's this? I don't think I can make something small enough. Like, I want to put little eyes on it, but I think the game doesn't let me put things that tiny. Like, what's the smallest circle it'll let me make? Yeah, it's enormous. So I definitely can't put eyes at this stage, at least. Could I round that out though? I think I can. Because if I make that, oh, I guess that's a similar shape. So it doesn't really matter. All right, maybe I don't round the head. It is so much bigger than I was expecting to make it. Now we could make the line that goes across and the circle, I think. I like the wings. That's about it on this. I think I didn't quite... I don't think I quite got it on the legs and on the body. It just didn't... My lineups aren't there. What could I do? It's a wiggly shape we have. Do with you... Maybe? So ideally, I get it all in one. Because that's going to be easier to cover. We could just put the leaf design on top of it. I'm thinking of the cutout that goes down, like the separation of the wings or of the body part, like the front and the back. Oh. I'm again going like it's either going to be a teardrop or it might work. This may work. I want it to be, I think, flipped the other direction. Yeah. Okay. I wish I could make the note part larger and the other part smaller. Okay, I'll put one of those and then I'm gonna put another one of those. No idea the category that would be under. There we go. Well, you know, the lightning bolt could work too. Because you know how it has that like cutout for the parts to fit together there? The little like rounded piece? These kind of work for that. Can go just a little. Maybe we do overlap them. And then I think I have to use those same shapes to cut it out, and I might need to do it a little differently. Right. Flip it upside down. This is so hard as a cutout. Maybe I change the shape to something I can see and then I'll flip it back to the color it's supposed to be. Because I want to leave this stuff on the right as a line. Yeah. How big could I? Nope, not that big. So I guess here, but I'm going to turn it into the same color as the rest of the beetle. I'm going to need to do something to clean up the little edges. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. What? Oh, wait. All right, I rotated that too much. I forgot that I don't rotate the top one. I just use the tool to flip it mirrored. We'll do that one again. Mirror it this time, and then I just have to make it smaller. This is probably one of the easier parts I guess I've done. Yes, and then we've got those little scraps, I guess, on the side. I don't know if I can make a different shape small enough to get rid of those. The music note is pretty skinny shape. How tiny can I make a lightning bolt? Ooh, pretty small. Yeah, okay, that worked. Because it's got a weird shape. I'm hoping I can fit it in here somehow. Can I go smaller? I can't go any smaller. Oh, it's so close to being able to fit, but it keeps... It cuts some of the other stuff and still isn't quite covering. Come on. Not seeing where the shape is a little challenging. I think that's close enough. You've got the cutout for the kind of key shape on it. Again, it's massive. Not quite what I was imagining. I was gonna do it in gold and like giant on a rug, so yeah, we got that on top. Do we want to put anything else on here? I didn't realize it was gonna stick the desk like right here to make me design it because I can't see like this side of it right now. And I would like to. Thanks. I wish I could save it so that I could put it on something else, you know, that's bigger and maybe make some fine adjustments. Maybe we'd leave the desk like this. Oh, wait. All right. It's here somewhere. I just need to scroll up, right? There it is. All right. There is our desk. I'm going to come out of decorating mode so I can save. And kind of look at the stuff. All right, so we have a bed, we have a wardrobe, we have a desk. It's got this like, I wish that the black was blacker maybe, but had I done it in gold? I'm definitely second guessing if I should swap the colors on these and make it gold and just be like, it's fine, use the black as the edging instead. I'll leave it for now. I'm gonna walk away from that stuff when we do our next one, so hopefully it like lets me see all the sides of it. Since we have the desk, we need a chair. That is the wrong button to go into furniture mode. We'll customize. Let's see. Add new. We'll do a basic chair to go with our basic desk. And last time, like, I was pretty simple with the chair and it kind of works. All right, the frame, I think on the one we just did, we did kind of a gold. Seems like it's on the desk in relief. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So I'm glad that that's kind of translating. I feel like I've done it better, and so that's where I'm like, well, it's not quite right, but probably works. Metal frame, because it matches the legs that are on the desk, but also do it wood. So we could do metal frame, or we could do a wood frame. We could even do a metal seat if we wanted. That's gold. I already did that. Back. Thanks. And then kind of the seat part could also be metal. We could do something to make it more like vinyl. It could be wood. We could do the same wood that we have the desk in. I don't think I've ever seen a metal chair with a wooden seat, but they might exist. For some reason, having the seat be metal, like that makes perfect sense to me. Probably not stripes. I wish I knew a little bit more about how the textures are supposed to be perceived, you know? If this is, what, black? Or it could be a version of red. Or I could do red, put black square on top of it, and then do the snake cutouts again. Maybe that's too close to the bed, though. Because we can't put the snake on in another color. Or we could do this in gold, and then do we do it in the same? All right, I have an idea. This might go terribly wrong, but we're gonna try it. So we do that, and then we take a basic rectangle, because it's not gonna let me put any patterns onto the chair. Oh, come on. This is the largest it wants me to make a design. No. So you turn this off, I think. I don't know what this one does. I think it like... There we go. Alright, so now it is black. And then if I go grab that snake design... It's so tiny. Maybe that big? But then we turn it into a pattern. Hey, why isn't there more pattern on there? Oh, does it turn that one off? Why doesn't it let you put patterns in the chair? I don't know. It's the same with the frame part of the chair and the bed frame. It doesn't let me put motifs on it. And I don't understand, because especially on, like, I thought I'd be designing headboards, you know? And I thought on the preview that we had seen motifs on the headboard, and it doesn't let me put the design onto the frame of the chair or the frame of the bed. And I'm confused because it seems like I should be able to do that. There we go. Wait, am I on pattern or did I turn that off? And now we have the snake, but as a cutout. So we can kind of do a variety of patterns with this kind of squiggly shape. I'm not sure if I want to or not. I needed to see what it would look like. But it's also, if you get the very center point of the design not on the object, it kind of disappears. Oh, it can go small. Oh, look at that. That's what I should have done on the bed, is do a design like that. Because now it looks like a whole new pattern. I don't know if I want to use this, but I like... Come on, zoom in. Okay, these are fun camera angles, not what I was expecting. Like, I like the look of that. I mean, it's kind of a... I'm not sure that it goes with the desk that we have. I kind of like that on the chair. Maybe we do that anyway. Like, his bed doesn't go either. The stuff is kind of mismatched, but it's still got some similar things going on. I'm gonna at least save that chair as a chair. Let's... Oh wait, I want to put it down. Where's my... I'm having trouble figuring out what was being highlighted by my cursor. Can we come over a little? That's not right either. I guess you can be all the way on there. So how does that look with our... I feel like it goes with the bed because it's got the look to it. Yeah, nothing has to match. That's part of the reason it's a dorm, right? You just like, maybe you got this like cool looking chair, but you still have your like school issued desk that you've been carving a giant beetle into. Feeding that obsession. Let's save. And I'm thinking a rug would be helpful. And I have like there's several directions I think that the rug could go. So I think we could do something kind of similar to this and make a rug, just like a patterned rug that would probably work really well, similar to what I just did on the chair cushion. I could try to make the Cave of Wonders. Not that it's gonna look like 3D and popping out, but try to do something like that. I'm not sure. My illusion rugs tend to take a really long time, so I'm not sure if that's the best idea right now, but I still kind of want to do it. And I'm also thinking the snake design itself looks nice in 3D at the right angle, so we could put it on top of whatever other design there might be. It is a black design, so we would need a base that is not that. So we could actually try to do like a red and black kind of carpet, or a red and gold carpet, and then put the black snake on top of it to see how that works. I don't know. Let's see, because I think there's more I could do, but I want to see where we're at with that. Basic rug. Oh good, we got the whole rug in the room today. Huge improvement. I mean, it could be something woven. I hadn't really thought of that. Yeah, we'll try the intricate design and see how it goes. We could do like a woven pattern, not in these colors. But that's, how small does that go? Oh, is that just like hurt your face kind of texture? Because I'm thinking it does have a, like as a rug texture, it kind of makes sense. But, oh, you can only do one color in it? What does it look like in our darkest red? That's not terrible. The black looks like it loses most of the definition. I don't know. What other things do we have? Okay, all the patterns right now I think are going to be at that smaller scale that a little bit smaller. I really like this one. Like, I want to make everything like I want to make a weird, continue on my weird, like, rusted but colorful kind of junk furniture that I was making. And these are all very shiny. We can also turn down the shiny. Maybe not brick. I mean, we could also do a wooden floor. Is there another wood? I think this needs to be like a larger. We do a wooden floor that has patterning on it too. This almost looks leathery. Maybe? Would that have a carpety look? Or do I go with the woven? Not that one. Maybe this one. Or I guess that could be. It's another one that's just a single color. Right, the black has like nothing. The dark red, maybe? Yeah, the bright, this looks so much brighter than I thought it was going to. I think those are too bright, so maybe the dark red to start with. What does it look like if I turn on metal? It's really dark. So not metal. Slightly glossier. And then, oh, if we wanted to do, I did this backwards, didn't I? Well, I guess if we want... All right. If we wanted red snakes, I would cover this in the other color. How much larger can I make this? Oh, okay, we do want this button. This is the button that's making it larger on this one. Oh, but maybe pattern to a Y. Pattern and symmetrical, and then we, can I... Is it possible for me to get rid of any of those stripes? It's not, huh? All right. I'm trying to cover the whole thing so that we can do the snake as a cutout. That's what I'm attempting. I don't like those colors together as much as I want to. Oh, we could do a red on red. Like the snake cutout would then be the textured red. Oh, that is too bright. These just get worse, don't they? Yes, they do. Huh. Because the black is not as black as I think it should be. See what the subtle version does, maybe. I've got to do those rectangles again to get rid of the stripe it insisted on putting in. Why it doesn't just let me do things, I don't know. Okay, did we just... Covered now? Awesome. Let's grab our snake, and then I want to zoom out, but if I use camera mode, will you show me? Oh, that's a fun angle. Why are these the angles you choose? There we go. And then pattern, and then cut it out. Oh, is that too subtle, maybe? I mean, we can always change the color on all of those red squares. It might make it easier to see what's going on. I was hoping that it would be a large enough area that you'd have kind of a nice two-tone design, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. And this is actually a little bit difficult to see what's going on. All right, those are always going to move together. Would that make a nice design? I wish there was a little bit more you could do with this. What if I rotate? Whoa. All right, so we could make like a diamondy pattern. I don't know why. Did it get tinier when I rotated it? It feels like it did. Huh. Get it really small. I'm trying to think of like what scale kind of makes sense. Come on. I mean, all of these have potential to me. Maybe there. And then it's just how... Oh, that's kind of neat. Welcome in, Christian. We're making a rug for Jafar. Trying to. I think my color differences are too, like, they're not far enough apart. So we're gonna change that red color so that it's a little bit different. Oh, I did not want to move that one. No. All right, I thought I had put it down already. But let's see, do we make it in black? Or could make it in gold. I think it's gotta be black. And then I have to change them all that way though. Because once you lay them down, it separates them into different layers. All right, got that one. They look like frogs now. Like, we can still adjust the snake shape pattern thing. But I feel like right now they ended up looking like frogs because I couldn't quite see what I was doing in the rotation. All right, give me a better camera view. I want to see the top. Okay. That could be a rug. I mean, do I leave it like that or do I try to move the snakes? And the snakes are the red part, the squiggly design. I could also add... No, I can't, right? What I want to do is add like a... Like do it again, but do it in gold, but the snake is a cutout, so I can't... I wouldn't be able to do that. If I could change the color on the snake, I could. Maybe we just leave... Do we just leave it like that? Let me see what happens if we add... and it doesn't have to go there, but I was thinking of just putting like the snake as if it was a snake sitting on top of the carpet. Like he has a pet snake or something. I think it's okay, but it doesn't look as good as it did on some other things. I don't know. Thoughts on adding just a pet snake? I wish it wasn't blue. I wish that was like yellow on there or that I could change it. I guess it doesn't look as good as I was hoping it would. It also doesn't look bad. Let's put it out and see what that looks like. I think it's gonna be this last one. No, it's this last one. This one, the preview actually looks kind of like it. So we put that there. And then we could like move the bed into the corner maybe. Oh, you know, he needs like the tiny table, I think. Thinking about rotating his desk. Either a tiny table or we could also put a table over here. Or the lamp. I haven't made a lamp for this one yet. Come on, move this way. I'm gonna move my painting table out of the way. So that's kind of what we have so far. Maybe I take the snake off, I'm not sure. Hi Holly, I'm doing well, how are you? Something like that. Should we make him a lamp? I'm gonna come out of this mode so I can see it and save again. I do like the carpet, I feel like works. Even though it's not quite the black that I would have thought it would be. I think it's okay. Like when you get up close to the desk, you can kind of see that. And it's a different pattern than the one that we made with the same technique on the chair, even though I use the same shapes. Let me save. And cloud save. I think it looks really good, thanks. Oh. It's been helpful to have people be like, yes that, or no not this or something. No high pain today, just normal level. I'm so happy for you. Been making friendship bracelets, that's great. So we could put a second one of the rug just so that we make that essentially the flooring that continues over there. Oh, I probably don't want two of the snake though. I wish you could copy the designs. That's kind of what I need, is to be able to, because I want to be able to make this and then make one with the snake and one without. But I haven't found a way to copy your designs like you can in Animal Crossing, so you can like make a second one and then edit that. That's something that I feel like the game needs to add. All right, maybe a lamp and a side table. I was thinking of like a comfy chair, but I don't really have a place to put it yet. So yeah, let's do those because I think they're going to be comparatively simple. Definitely simpler than the beetle I was making. Okay, lamp. Do we just do like the gold legs like everything else has, maybe? This one? Not that you can really see. And then change it to that same color we've been using, which I think some of my golds don't match. That's fine. And then the lampshade, I don't know. So we could do kind of what we did with the carpet and the chair, something along those lines. We could try to make it match like the wardrobe. I wish I had a beetle design that I could just put on it. Or we could do just like a gradient of colors with like black and red. But what should be the base color? Oh, right. Forget that we have textures for this part too. So I mean, we could make a variety of metal lampshades. It could be kind of the basket weave. It could be wood if we wanted to be. There's so many bizarre possibilities now. I'm gonna say not stripes or polka dots. Try the snake pattern again because yeah. All right, let's try that. What if we did, I guess, let's try our base in black. Yeah, let's try the base in black and then I have ideas. I sort of want to use gradients on it, but I'm not sure. So I'm thinking do we do gold or do we do red? Because in my head I was going to do something with red and then put like a gradient that might be gold, but I don't know that works so well. Right, now we have the red. Let me see what this looks like. I guess like a gold gradient might make more sense than a black gradient, but I don't... Is my base black or gold? My base is black, right? So if this... Yeah, okay. And then do this. Can we do this? Oh, the design is going like much further than I thought it would. What if I make it smaller? Do we just get more rings of it, and that's not really what I wanted. I just don't want to have to repeat it myself. How far off can I go? Something like that. Oh, I do have a... It's so hard to tell with the way you have the missing gaps. And then you have the metallic on top. And then we take the snake and we make the snake, I think, a double, a pattern, and a cutout. Okay. I have done like nothing and I like this lamp. Like, we can move it or rotate the snake design, but it's not bad as is. I like the idea of using a cutout on top of the gradient and having the metallic. I'm not sure that oh, there we go. Now you can see the colors. With the light, it's so hard to hit it right on the metallics, and then when you do, it's like, oh, hey, there's a thing there. Maybe we're done with the lamp already? Oops, I do want this because I will need to put it down now. This one? Yeah. I don't know, now I'm like, you know how many different designs we can make just by using that one snake as a cutout? I'm so glad that was suggested. I don't know if I would have remembered that that's a thing that we can do. Okay, and then how about a side table? So I think, again, just sticking with the gold legs because that gives it some continuity, even if I'm doing all sorts of different things with them. Hi, TV. Thanks. You got copies of your designs, but you're crafting additional items after designing something? I mean, copies of your... Oh, you mean like you can make like 2 tables with the same pattern on it? I want to be able to, copy the design and then alter it without altering the original. So like, you know, the lamp we just made, I like it. I want to be able to like copy over that design, but then like change the red to blue. And this lamp, like I'd still have the design for the red lamp, but then I could make a blue one just like it without having to recreate everything. I could just easily change the colors. I don't think I can do that, but it's good to know, like, if I wanted 2 of the same lamp, I can do that, right? Because that is also very helpful, as long as I craft the thing. Yeah, I know you can alter the original, but I don't think you can, like, keep the original and make a second one that's slightly different. Because when we were doing... I think when we were doing the rug last time, I had placed one down and it started, and it would show the changes that I had made. What do we want to do with the... We could do a wood top table. I don't think I've done one of those yet. I think this will probably be my last design because the weather here is getting kind of scary and I don't know if it's going to knock stuff out. We do a wood? Or do we do a metal? Or just some like base, like shiny material? I'm trying to think of the texture. Maybe we do the... Maybe we keep it in a gold and then we do the same kind of cut out something else on top of it. All gold. Play it safe, yeah. Should be able to do this one. The table's pretty simple. Oh my, that is shiny. What color? Do we do a black that then has like golds cut out of it, maybe? I think this should... That did not do what I thought it did. I mean, like, it's helpful too, I guess, but I would like it to cover the whole thing. Oh, here, let's pattern, no, don't do that. No. But maybe not pattern? Why does it make it so tiny? Also, why is it... Okay, I have it on symmetrical. That's why I have two of them. Two pattern. I have to. Okay. I see. I see. Why not just cover the whole table? Do I need to? All right. If we rotate it so that the straight line, is that what I need? There. Is it all black now? Sort of. It has like a gold edge, but I think we just go with that. And then maybe we do a red gradient, like a subtle one, not the full one. Not that. Not that. What is that? Oh, maybe that's too bright? So maybe the darker one, but how big will you let it go? Turn that off, and then I think I can make it bigger? Yes. Okay. This is so hard to see. Why is the gold shining through? I mean, we could do a diagonal. I can't even tell where it is. It's like, it shouldn't be making it gold. It should be making it red, right? Did I not select the color I thought I did? Let me just double check my color. Yeah, it's on a dark, dark red. I do a brighter red. And then... where do we do it on the diagonal? No. I don't know. That's not quite what I was hoping for, so maybe not? Why does it look like that? Because the red is on the side. And then maybe I just get rid of the other one? I feel like we're gonna do a lot of that if we do Cruella. Kind of the multi-tone. Let's see. And then we apply our snake and we go with symmetrical, patterned, and cut it out. Like, this is my new favorite thing to do. All right, I don't know how big we want to make it. Maybe? Oh, that is not, no. Ugh. I like and hate it at the same time. Actually, let me take out one of them. Do it again. Yeah, the gold shining through is really throwing me off. I'm not sure. I don't know what to do with that. Maybe we make this one a larger design or a smaller design. It's just so shiny. Like, this is supposed to cut out to gold, but I feel like the gold is just being the shine on everything in a confusing way. Maybe we should change the texture. This one's the top. This is going to be what shines through for the snake for sure. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I kind of love it. I want to do a character where we can just use all the ridiculous colors together, like really bright stuff. That was surprising. I kind of liked what was going on with this one. I mean, it's white, but like, we could change that. But like this, I want to design something with like those kinds of colors. Maybe if I do this one and change that so it's like it's glossy, but it doesn't have the metal on the top, so maybe it won't... oh gosh. It still looks weird. I don't know what's... just do the black on black. Maybe I shouldn't have the gradient. and then we can, it's a more subtle texture. Like I like this and I want to do this in something on purpose. But maybe this isn't it. Maybe it's just like that. I guess that looks kind of leathery. It almost looks like it should be a stool or something. I don't know. Let's place it down and see. I think that would have worked for a chair design. Okay, I don't... Oh, I need to make another one. I think I don't have one crafted, so I have to craft that. Okay. Let me craft that so we can actually put it down. It's interesting the way you can... the way they've done this. I do wish that we didn't have to craft the items. Like, I think they should work like everything else. Like, what would be the harm in giving me unlimited basic tables and beds, you know? Or letting me buy them if I really had to acquire the specific items. I'm making several because I know we're going to make more in the future. All right. Save and then furniture mode. Please save. There we go. And then back in furniture mode, we'll put that down. We can also see if I've got a better, like, overall floor and wall. So this one should be in here. Why do I not? There it is. Okay, it's up here. Is it this one? Yeah. So maybe this is like bedside table. And then this whole room will be like, we're gonna vote on who we want to be Jafar's roommate, and then we'll make their stuff and kind of design the whole room. Maybe we'll just... This isn't bad for a start. Do we have anything else? I feel like I'm looking again for the, like, simple dark wallpapers. What is the dark gray texture like? You know, that's not bad. It almost looks like cinder blocks, but then not. There was a second one that looked the same to me. So this one is dark gray textured geometric tile. This is dark gray precise geometric tile. What is that like? Oh, I see. So this one is highly ordered geometric. The other one is, I don't know, reminds me of the sound tiles some people have. What else we have? So we have cow print, which honestly, not too bad. I didn't realize I had a cow print. We could just do the white panel. It looks nice and clean, and he's got a lot of like clean, sharp stuff with this. Are you? Oh, that's that other one, but in white. I do have quite a few different white walls. We do have this, which is kind of fun, but it is a little on the bluish side of grayscale, so I'm not sure how that goes. Oh, we do have this one. It's the, I think this is what we used in Maleficent's room. Kind of that dark. I like how fun and I like the weird monochrome forest jungle wall just in general. I don't know, do we keep that? Do we go full black? I wish that the black still had molding. Like either I want all the walls to have molding or like none of them to. Because now it looks like something's missing when I put that there. I don't know. What do I have for floors? Maybe that'll make a difference. Where are the floors? Oh, there they are. So we've got that. Got the base flooring. I don't know why on the Switch, every time I scroll, you can see it's like putting us further and further out into the nothing for some reason. I need to get more floors. Oh, maybe the red carpet actually works in here? Or we could do a brick? Actually, neither one of those is bad. Let me see what it looks like. Can I please come back into the room? It's not terrible. It's not like great, not what I'd want, I think. I think maybe we do replace the fun wall with maybe the black herringbone again. I mean, there is also this. That's not fully synced with the Switch. I wish you could make custom stuff to go on the walls. Because I feel like there's so much opportunity for that. I don't know. Maybe something like this. What tiny things do we have? I haven't done any ordering either. So I feel like there's probably more stuff I need to get. I like these. I feel like I'm gonna need a lot more of these. Put one. I thought the door was on this wall. Where's my door? Oh, I've been operating under the theory that the door was like here. So when we add a roommate, we may end up needing to move some things. But maybe one there. So I guess I'm not decorating the door wall right now. We do have a light though, so do the candles not make sense because I have a normal lamp? I should order more of these because apparently they are the thing that goes on every desk. Oh, we've got other lighting I could put. What else? Does Jafar have a potted plant? Nope, because for some reason it takes up a ridiculous amount of space. Can put books. What else? I mean, like, maybe the lion sculpture because we can pretend it's like Cave of Wonders-ish. I mean, it's not, but I can pretend. We put a tiny normal lamp next to his bed in addition to the candles. I'm gonna do something with these curtains. I feel like this could be the room that finally uses them. I just don't know how to use them because if I could put it in the middle of the room, I think that would be a really neat, like, partition. I'm not sure if that's staying there. Garland. What else do we have? The decorative shield is red. Does that mean it goes in here? I don't know what it's a shield from, actually. The helmet lamp is fun. Camera. I've got some other random plants. We do have a freestanding fireplace. We're just gonna go somewhere. I don't know. That might be too much for a dorm room, though. I feel like I'm looking for other things. I couldn't tell you what they are. I just know that I'm not finding them. Monumental marble vase? What are you? Got gold accents. Do you fit here somewhere? Not really. I want it to. I'm not sure yet. I feel like that has potential. Laundry basket? Make it very lived in. Tea trolley, maybe. Do we give him an orchid? Why can't you put things on top of the wardrobe? It seems like you should. Why do I always want to give them a harp? Maybe a coat rack or something somewhere. Oh, we could put the pillars, like, to kind of separate. And then, like, get rid of the fireplace. Can you put things on top of the pillars? I'm guessing probably not. A mirror? Did we put a mirror somewhere? What else? Oh, I don't have... What? How do I not... Oh, we're under... It's only the stuff under decor, so there are other things. Oh, the candles. We have more books. I tend to put these candles and the inkwell on like every desk, like all of them. Come on, come on, put it. I feel like the chessboard could go somewhere. I don't know where yet. Maybe that goes on the table instead of the plant that I randomly put there. Drinkware could go somewhere. Maybe the globe, because he looks at all the places. I don't know. This is very much the put all the things in the room that might be interesting and figure them out later. Like, I'm tempted to do more piles of books. What's this red drapery? I might just use you because you're red? What happens if I put it over here? Can I? Are we stuck in the, like, it's not really here situation? You're gonna let me put it on top of the fire, but you wouldn't let me put it on top of the lion? Rusted trash can, maybe? All your ideas that didn't pan out have to go somewhere. What do I even have in here right now? Like, why do I have this curtain? No, I did not want to move that. Let's see, that one should put it back. I wanted to move the curtain, but I don't think I can actually... I wanted to just center it above the fiery thing, and I don't think I can do that. I'm not sure where to put it, or maybe I should just get rid of it? Does it? It doesn't match this, does it? Oh, it does, kinda. We'll pretend that that makes sense. Okay, I want to get rid of the fireplace thing. I'm gonna get rid of the flower. Oh, it's not... It was picking up the table instead of the flower. I didn't even know I could do. Put this over there. And then I need a place for giant globe. I don't know. Might go here-ish for now. Does the laundry basket not make sense? I mean, it makes sense because, like, I just wish it wasn't white. Maybe we take it out for now. I think this is going to go somewhere in the room, but maybe not right there. I guess I could put it next to... I think it'll go somewhere else. Because what I want to do is maybe, like, here, make custom clothing and then put that on a mannequin and put that next to the wardrobe. That's kind of what I'm thinking. What do I have for, do I have any ceiling or wall items? Let's see. I mean, we have more floating candles. We've got the chandelier. The hanging shelves. There's somewhere for that. Maybe. Although they make really good dividers too. Yeah, we could make it a 4-poster bed. Random chandelier. I think I have to slide everything. Or can I just do it forward if I did that? Wait, oh, why not? How far away does it have to be from them? And put it there. And then I'd need these to be like within. Oh, then I lose the curtain part. Because I think. Right, where? Which category did I get those from? I should order more of those because I keep wanting to do things with pillars. I thought it was in this category and now I'm questioning it. There we go. What? Come on, it's like right there. Why not? That one fits. The other one should fit too. I just set that one down. I think I need to move the table. I'm hoping I can just nudge the table like a little bit. Oh, actually, we could put the table forward. So that we're still next to the bed. And then this goes back here. Why can't this go here? Is it the light? Is it the curtain? I felt like the curtain was already overlapping with the other one. It's weird. All right. Give me your tiny curtain. Let's pretend, I guess. The way the game decides which things are allowed to overlap and which aren't is so strange to me. And then I want to move this curtain, I think, because it doesn't. Why can't I? Maybe here, and then can we get this one closer? Not sure. Something like that-ish, maybe. But then my rug doesn't work now. Oh, and then my light doesn't work. Because I was like, okay, fine. I move the pillars to the left and right, and I have to shift everything to the left. But then this light doesn't work. Maybe I just do them at the foot of the bed. Because I don't want to deal with the rug not working where I want it to. If I could double my rug, but I think I run into a silly baby curtain again. Why did I mess with the tiny curtain? I did not know it would be such trouble. Come here. You were here before. Why don't you want to go here again? Come here. Just a little bit into the corner? No? We don't do that? Cool. That's perfect. Thank you. Maybe we do that one into the corner. That looks wrong. I guess the thing doesn't mind if this one's in the way for some reason, so that, this one, come on. Can you not get any closer to the bed? Why does it have to be so far away? Come on back. Come on, back. And then we can put this back. No. You know, every time I want to move something on a table, I pick up the table. And if it's the other way, I pick up the table and I want to move the item. It's still sort of like a little alcove. I don't know. I wish I could put the curtain like out into space instead of stuck to a wall. I think that would work better. Like I definitely had this, I had this differently and I don't know. Hey, there? And it had kind of worked better, but I don't know. Did I not have the bed? I had the bed in the corner the whole time, right? Maybe I don't put them as things and just keep them off the rug so that you have enough space, but they still kind of make a partition instead. Oh no, now I just don't like it. It's probably exactly the way it was, and I'm like, I don't know. I have to remember though, if I want to try the 4-poster thing, because we were considering that with Maleficent too, that I think I need to plan for it with the other things and make sure that the rug goes the other way so that you have kind of the width. I don't know. Something-ish like this. I don't know about those, the hanging shelf being right behind the lamp. That could also be like here. I think it's gonna change a lot when we put try to fit a second person in here, or 3 people we could try. Because I designed this on a different side of the room than I thought I was, and that's gonna give me a lot less to work with over here because we have the door. So it's gonna be a little bit different. I don't know. Let me pick this up. And let's see what this partial decorating kind of looks like. I'm gonna save. What? Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna put things back. You can see the chessboard ended up on the floor because this is one of those where it like does the partial save, I think. Unless I took the chessboard off the table and forgot. But I think it's because that was its starting place and it kind of saved it there and then didn't put it back. I don't know. I'm gonna put it back. Sometimes it does way stranger stuff though, so that's the only part that isn't where it's supposed to be. We did pretty well. Still not sure about the snake on the rug. The single one. All right. I can still walk behind here, can I? Yeah. So we could put stuff there. It doesn't seem too bad. I kind of like the idea of the red curtain. I kind of wish I had like a second one or other things sort of like that. I thought I had centered the shield. I guess I did not. The tiny curtain. Where did the tiny curtain go? It's just gone? Or is that it? I can't even tell. Maybe that's it. And then we have our desk with our pattern on the chair, and we've got the giant beetle on the center that you can still see. Even though I put candles on top of it, which I could move out a square too. Oh, let's turn on our lamp, see what that looks like. Yeah, got a lamp there. Can you interact with the globe or no? No. The tiny curtain is overlapping? Okay. At least they match. Like, I feel like I have so few things that like match each other that it's surprising that they go together that well. Oh, I forgot to look at windows. We'll look at windows next time. Maybe there's like a window in between their spaces or something. Yeah, that's not bad. How do I... I guess that's not the best picture. You can kind of see what it looks like in this. That wardrobe is so shiny. I want a picture kind of without my character in it, and I'm never very good at getting those. There we go. Oh, why am I on the ground though? I want to be on the ground. Maybe we do something like this for the thumbnail, because I'll change it after we do a build so that there's at least something that looks sort of like it on there. Yeah, because it said it was the right curtain, so I'm like, there must be a left curtain then, right? If I've got a right one. Oh, hello, lamp. Very much in my shot. Can I go to the other side of my character? Why can I move the camera the ways that I can? Like, it's so strange to me how it decides. I don't remember which one is. Oh, this one's zoom, but I need to be on that side of the pillar to take a picture. And why, like, just give me vertical control. Because right now, if I could just be a little bit, just a little bit higher, I think I'd be able to see better. I don't think we can rotate either, can we? I guess we see it best in like this view. Can I sit at the desk? Right? Can I not sit in the chair? I assumed because it had no arms that I'd be able to sit in it. But I guess I need to approach it from the front? Oh, we can store things in these. I forgot. Here, Jafar's gonna have pickled herring and apples and mushrooms. Yeah, we should probably do something on purpose, but that's what I got. Lounge? Oh. I thought it always said sit and was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to do something else? There we go. That's the picture, right? Can't tell that I'm missing the curtains. Yeah, but I think we'll stop there. Check the community tab. If you have notifications on, it'll tell you when I post there. For a poll, we'll do a poll for who Jafar's roommate should be. And now that we have so many options, like I don't know anymore. Because now there's so many other villains I want to design for and characters in general using this idea. But we can do one or we could do two roommates and make it a triple. But I think Jafar's still going to get slightly more space than the other people since we've already made his stuff. Like he lived here first. And then we'll still have one more room in like one more bedroom in this castle. And then we can do the common area. And I'm not sure if we should try to divide it for like laundry and kitchen and living room and bathroom, or just do like the lounge sort of area and kind of not worry about the other parts. But yeah, I think next stream we'll probably try to do whatever we pick for his roommate. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a Jafar thing to do, right? To take like, I mean, he doesn't want you there at all, so if he gives you like a quarter of the room, you're just like, okay, I guess that works. Which means that like, if we did do two roommates, you wouldn't want them to be, you'd want them to be people who Jafar could push around. And he seems to be, he can like hypnotize you, right? So he does have that power, potentially, if he's got his staff at this point. And he's got a pet snake on the rug, right? We added that in. So you're like, all right, cool, I'm not going any closer to that snake. So it works. Oh, we got this shot too. We can kind of see most of the room this way. Yeah, it's it'll be interesting. I'm not sure who the choices should be. So there is currently a post that says maybe we should give them a roommate. So if you have ideas for who we should put in the poll, you can also add them there. I've got to like pull pictures and stuff for those. But yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm not sure if I'll stream over the weekend. Probably not tomorrow, maybe Sunday. If not, then like probably on Monday. But if you have the YouTube notifications, it'll tell you. I'll also post on Twitter like right before, and I try to put something in the community tab, but not always. Yeah. You don't play, but you'll research and see if you give some options. Thank you. I mean, the Disney knowledge is really helpful for this sort of thing. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you next time.